And what's going on, you guys? What is going on? What is going on? This is your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday night. And I am having a good Wednesday night. I am doing the exact same. Okay. So what's going on? I hope you guys are having a good one. We're here to talk about a couple of topics tonight, about six of them. That's what we're here for. And we're going to try to keep this down to about an hour, okay? Because I have to get up pretty early in the morning. Today was day 8 of work. I've been working 8 days straight, and tomorrow will be my ninth and final day of the week to work before I go on vacation for my birthday. So your boy is absolutely and positively tired. Okay, tired is not even a word for me right now. Like, I am fucking tired right now, but it is what it is. That it comes with the territory. I gotta work and do this and work and do this. And I just, you know, I don't know what the a stopping point really is. All I know how to do is go and get it, go and get it, go and get it, go and get it. But at some point in time, I'm gonna have to slow the fuck down. Period. I'm gonna have to. But anyways, before we get into what we're here to talk about, let's get into the first thing, okay? And the first and only thing that we're gonna get into right now is the Boss Baby Awards. Now, as you guys already know, I was nominated for 2 Boss Baby Awards. It's pretty much the same nominees from last year. The platform itself, Scotty by Nature TV, is nominated for Boss Babe YouTuber of the Year, as well as Boss Babe Podcast of the Year. You know what I mean? With Jamar84. So make sure you guys are presenting your votes. I know one of the moderators probably already have the link. So whenever I see the link in the chat, I would definitely pin it to the top of the chat or whatnot. So you know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys are voting. And not only am I nominated and Jamar and I are nominated, but Bundy Blue is also nominated. House of Aaron is also nominated. The Chasing reality platform is also nominated. Ondario is nominated. All of my people, a lot of my people are nominated. So make sure you guys support them as well in the process, because I want to see all of us win. So with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much all that we got to start with. So let's go ahead and get into the mess. We're right now at 70 people in the chat right now. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So we're going to start this thing off with maybe a tad bit of a conversation piece. Let's start it off with that. And the conversation piece involves Diddy. That's what Diddy and Lizzo. That's what it starts off with. And some people have some things to say in regards to Lizzo presenting at the Grammy Awards. And some people feel like we didn't give Diddy any grace, but we gave Lizzo some grace due to her own allegations. Okay. Now, let's get into what the people had to say about that. So let me put this up here. So this is the neighborhood talk. So let me pull it up. And it asks, do y'all agree? The Recording Academy was called out for allowing Lizzo to present at the Grammy Awards despite being accused of sexual harassment. Where is this energy for Diddy? So the actual caption says, Lizzo's appearance at this year's Grammy Awards has a few people upset, and by a few people, we mean the backup dancers who are suing her. The lawyer who is representing the women who accuse Lizzo of harassment, sexism, and shaming, says that Lizzo was benefiting from female privilege, and the man accused of the same allegations wouldn't have been able to attend or present an award like Lizzo. In a statement to TMZ, he questioned the Recording Academy's integrity and wants to know why they will opt to give a platform to someone who is accused of sexually harassing other women. While it's not clear if he was invited or not, Diddy, who is facing similar allegations, was not in attendance at the Grammys this year. Neighbors, what are your thoughts? Okay, so that is the question at hand, right? So as we're looking at that, let's go into some of the comments in the comment section and see what they have to say. Now, one comment said, allegations versus Diddy settled. Two different things. One is standing on her truth, and the other one paid for the paid off his truth. Okay. Someone else said, y'all have no proof that Diddy did anything. Only years of rumors and him paying his ex-girlfriend's lawsuit. Same for Lizzo. People accused her with no proof. Someone says, if every celebrity who has alleged crimes against them were uninvited, there would be no one at the Grammys. Well, someone says, but Lizzo isn't accused of being multiple women. And then someone else says, Diddy systematically trafficking women for decades equals some unproven allegations. Y'all come on this app and say anything. Then someone else says, so where's the energy for naming an award after Dr. Dre? Well, someone said, Lizzo said words. Diddy actually physically assaulted someone. Huge difference. Then someone else says, yeah, because Diddy actually did it. And the last comment, no, let me do this. Someone else says that girl ain't do ish. Y'all dragging it. Leave Lizzo alone. And the last comment that I will read is that comparing Lizzo to Diddy is insane. That man tortured and for decades. Okay, so that is what the people are saying in regards to this Lizzo and Diddy situation. Now, what I want to know from y'all is, do you guys agree? Before I get my opinion, I want to know if you guys agree with what they're saying in regards to this, because the people have pretty strong opinions about this situation. You know, they feel like if Diddy can't go to the Grammys, then Lizzo shouldn't be able to go to the Grammys. But I feel like this, you know, Lizzo has stood on her truth, and she ain't the one going around saying that she ain't did nothing. I mean, you know, she ain't the one that's paying off people. Like, she's standing in her truth. You know, Diddy paid off Cassie. And a lot of the times when we settle shit, it's given an inclination that you could have possibly done it. So it's just like, is that the same thing? And then there's multiple people constantly, you know, coming out. So to me, it's like you got one person who's accused and there's allegations against them, but you also have another person that has some similar allegations, but he settled in court. So it's like, you know, so I want to know what y'all are thinking. And I don't think that Lizzo should be in the same category as Diddy, because from what we're hearing, she didn't violate anybody in a sense. You know what I mean? She did some wrong shit though. I don't think what she did is the same thing as what Diddy did, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but do you guys think that people have a, let me see, how can I put this? Do you think people have good reason to feel like it's a female bias where you know, she got these allegations against her, Diddy got these allegations? If that was a man, he would be canceled. She's a woman, she's not being canceled. Because you know, a lot of times people feel like women get away with certain things, whereas men can't get away with it. They feel like it's a double standard when it comes down to women. Because you rarely ever hear about a woman in a sexual harassment suit. It's always a man. And when it is a woman, you know, sometimes people tend to dismiss it. I'm a firm believer in never dismissing anything, regardless of what gender it is. If I'm a man and I'm getting unwanted advances from a woman, that don't need to be dismissed. It don't need to be diminished. I'm being harassed. I'm being harassed. No matter what the gender is, I'm harassed. So if I say no, no me no. I don't want it. Period. You know what I mean? So that is harassment. But again, people think that if he can't go, she don't need to be there either. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting from people in the comments. But for the most part, I think that people are mainly supporting Lizzo more than anything. Let me see. And the judge threw out a lot of those charges. I think it would have been fair if Lizzo was disinvited like Diddy. Hmm. Okay. Let's say this. Do we really know if Diddy was disinvited? Could there be a possibility that Diddy just didn't want to go? And that Diddy wanted to lay low in the midst of everything that's going on with him? And do you think that that could be a good way to look at it? Because yeah, he ain't been, we ain't seen him out in a minute. Like we don't really hear from him. We don't really be hearing much of him these days since these allegations have come out. So it could be a possibility that he just didn't want to show up. Not that he wasn't invited, he just didn't want to show up. Corey said, I think he just didn't show up. Okay. Someone else says, I don't think he got an invite. Lizzo doesn't have a messy history like Diddy. She doesn't. I can say that. I can agree with that. She don't. I don't think they did invite him, but a lot of people were saying his peers didn't want to be around him. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting on my Captain Saber for Diddy. I was just saying, no, I'm not mad at your opinion at all. Listen, y'all, don't be afraid to share your opinions. I told you guys this is the year of this is the year of engagement for the Scotty game. I want y'all to give y'all opinion in the comments. I'm gonna put y'all opinions up here, whether I agree with them or not. So just state your opinion. Don't be afraid to. Don't be afraid to disagree with me. I want everybody to get their opinions heard. Long as you don't come for me personally, I don't care. Like say what you want, say what you feel. That's what this platform is about. Saying how you feel. In the words of Wendy, say it like you mean it. Do it like you mean it. Say what you need to say. That's all I'm saying. Like you ain't gotta say, don't get me wrong. I got exactly what you were saying, honey. Feel free to say what you want to say. Um, they should not be compared, but Lizzo did buy the girls. She forced them to eat a banana out of a prostitute, allegedly. Well, Lizzo has allegations by dancers are totally different from all the facts and the truth about Sean Dirty Combs. Ooh, being nominated. I'm sure he was invited. I mean, none of his peers came to his defense when everything hit the fan, and that says a lot. They probably didn't come to his defense, child, because they know the shit true. That's what I see. Because if ain't nobody, nobody spoke up for you. Like, honestly, I feel like when R. Kelly was in the trenches about this harem he had, there was more people speaking up for R. Kelly than they did for Diddy. And that's crazy because R. Kelly was accused of a lot of heinous stuff. But so many people came out and they just defended him, which was baffling to me. Maybe they had his back in secret. That's also another possibility. That's another possibility that maybe maybe they had his back behind the scenes, but that don't mean nothing when you don't speak out in public. That's the way I see it. Because if y'all gonna speak out for R. Kelly like the shit, like I'm telling y'all, they spoke up for R. Kelly like it was nothing. You would think that he was the best man in the world. Lizzie is innocent until proven guilty, but we all know that Diddy is straight up guilty. Child. Listen, and that says a lot. So yeah, I guess we can go on to the next one. So the next topic is these three dodo birds. Okay, dodo birds that I barely even know, but I thought it was interesting. Oops, interesting to talk about, and that is Jacquees, because y'all know y'all flame me in the comments about saying his damn name wrong, child. But Jacquees, Deion Sanders' daughter, and Drizzy. Now they was on Instagram fighting over his little short ass, which ain't nothing wrong with no short man because I had a short man myself and he was very good to me. But they were fighting over him on Instagram, and let me just show y'all what was said on there because they both look crazy. Honestly, they really did. So here's the thing. Dreezy, who is a rapper, she used to date Jacquees, and Jacquees got a baby on the way by Deiondra Sanders, who is, like I said, Deion Sanders' daughter. So the neighborhood talk said, "Oop, the girls are over on X." Wait a minute. Okay, okay. The girls are over on X shading each other over Jacquees. Apparently, Dreezy sent Jacquees a package of underwear with her face on it as a gift, but it came late. So Deandra sent out a little tweet, but Dreezy snapped back with the receipts. Okay. So here we go. So DeAndrea Sanders says, obsessed is when you still sending underwear with your face on it to the crib. Dreezy responded with, obsessed is y'all having a baby on the way, but then still begging to get me pregnant because he barely with you, bird brain. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So then Dreezy said, my ex is obsessed with me. It's so cute. Deandra Sanders said, why would he switch out a dime for a penny? Okay. So then after that, Dreezy says, old package. I told him to throw that away. You thought you ate. So in the text message she posted, apparently she got Jacquees saved as corn, basically calling him corny. That's what she got him saved as, right? So she got him saved as corn. So then in the text message, he said, so I'm gonna give it in person. And then she said, I don't care how you do it, but I really want it. I thought you would have got it for Christmas. You saw me liking it. I didn't see that. I'll see what I can do. Oh, then she responds with, okay. So then he responds again, I want you. I don't want her. You are my true love, seriously. And I need you to help me. Sex does not define love. And if you're trying to find love in sex, you finna everybody. Kids do not define a family. I want you, Dreezy. I told you time after time. Can we can we have a baby? You told me out of your mouth. Jacquees, don't ever ask me for a baby about a baby again. So like, what the? And then she said, I'm glad I made the right choice. All right, Chandria, I will come to you today. I want you to tell me, is this gonna break us? Jacquees, there is no us. And then she responded with, I turn your nigga down every day for you, and this is the thanks that I get around this mother. Oh wow. And then there was DeAndrea Sanders. She had posted her and Jacquees for Christmas. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just 1 second, because I have a lot to say about this. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all, I'm back. And shout out to the 150 some people that's in the chat so far. What's going on? So here's the thing. First of all, damn, what the fuck? Hold on, y'all. Shit. Okay, first of all, why y'all fighting over him again? Why? Number two, Dreezy. Why does he have access to you? Like, to be honest, like, even though like you're telling him that you don't really want to with him no more and all that other good stuff, and you're not doing anything wrong by telling him that you don't want to with him no more. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You should let him know that. But at the same time, I still feel as though the fact that he can still text your phone whenever he wants to is mad weird. Like, if you done with somebody, they don't even need to have your number. Okay. You need to block their ads and keep it moving. I'm just saying that because that's a lesson I had to learn. I just felt like, well, if I'm not talking to them, then whatever. Now, soon as they text you and you text back, you still got access. They're texting you because they know you're going to respond. They're texting you because they know that you're going to give them the response that they want or don't want, but you're going to give them that conversation because that's what they're looking for anyway. They're only texting you to see if they still can get you to respond, and you always respond. So when you always respond, they think that there is an opportunity for them to come back into your world. Yeah. Ain't no way I would be arguing about some man that just got his ass beat by another mother that abuses women. Why the hell would I be sitting up here fighting over him anyway? He just got beat up. Why y'all fighting each other over him? I'm just saying. It's weird. And Dreezy is so pretty to me. She's always been pretty. I can't tell you not one song she ever did, but she is so pretty to me. So I just find it crazy to me that you will undervalue yourself to argue with your ex's current girlfriend over him when he ain't nothing from the looks of it. Because it look like he playing both of y'all, if you ask me. So it's just like, what's the point of this fight? And then the sad part is when people be saying stuff or having opinions about these situations and shit, these people that are involved be so mad at us because we had an opinion. But at the same time, for me, it's like, well, if y'all didn't put y'all shit out there, we wouldn't even have no opinion on this situation. We wouldn't even have no opinion, but y'all want to put us constantly in this damn group chat that we did not ask to be in. I don't need to be in your damn group chat. I just don't need to be in it. Like, leave me the fuck out of it. For real. Leave me the hell out your group chat. I don't want to be in it. Honestly, I don't want to. Let the true feeling be said. I don't want to be in your group chat. Let the true feeling be said. I don't want to know what y'all got going on. Let the true feeling be said. I don't give a about what y'all got going on. Like, let's stop while we're ahead here. You look crazy. Both of y'all look crazy. And then, I do think that Dreezy kind of ate her up with the comment that she made when she was like, well, I turn your nigga down every day for you, and this is the thanks I get. Now that was kind of funny. Like, I ain't gonna lie, she kind of ate her up with that comment, but you still look dumb. Still look dumb fighting over some dog ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really no need. You too pretty for that, and this ain't even all that. So it ain't really no need for you to be fighting over no damn Jacquees. What does he do for you besides Is that's all he do? Or is it the BED part of him that got you fighting over him? I know you wanna run, but I know you wanna feel, but I gotta keep it real. I know you wanna see, I know you wanna be. in my BED, grinding slowly. So annoying. So annoying. Anyway, let's move on. So now we're going to go ahead and get into Mr. Matthew Knowles, okay? And everybody's been talking about this Grammy speech that Jay-Z made about the Grammys and basically telling the Grammys that they ain't shit. And, pretty much put it out there that Beyonce has more Grammys than everybody. And she still hasn't won. The one Grammy she hasn't won is Album of the Year. And just like Jay-Z, a lot of her fans feel a way about her not necessarily winning Album of the Year. Every single year she's nominated for Album of the Year and she never wins. Okay. So we're about to go ahead and get into what Matthew Knowles have to say about that. And then I'm gonna get my commentary as usual. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let me move this, go on mute.
Your record label can only appoint one person in a category. So that means her record label, I'm gonna call you out, Columbia Records. Her record label has never really put her in that category.
That's the problem, Matthew, is that people feel like they nominate her for Album of the Year, but then they give it to someone who, in the eyes of a lot of fans, had an inferior album. And that's the question, is like, why are they singling her out in that category?
Well, again, when you have, going back to Adele and Beyonce on the same record label, the record label can only support one of those artists.
Why do you think that the label, which has made a fortune off Beyonce, why would they choose Adele over your daughter?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, there's a financial reason. Maybe Adele sold more records worldwide. I don't know these answers, but these are some of the thought processes that they go through. Maybe you say, Beyonce has her success. Here's an opportunity to push Adele, so let's push her.
So this isn't so much the Grammys as it is the label, according to you.
It's a combination of all, but it starts with the label. People don't know the process. Your record label can only appoint one person in a category. So that means her record label, I'm gonna call you.
So that was Matthew Knowles basically explaining the situation at hand about, how labels are the ones that have to appoint one person for the Album of the Year category. He called out Columbia Records for doing so. Okay. Now, when I say this, I don't want the Beehive to be on my ass because I got a feeling that's what's going to happen. And I don't need for that to happen because I don't want nobody to say anything to me about it because I just feel like this is the truth. And it just doesn't apply to Beyonce. It applies to a lot of our Black artists. What I don't get is this. These African-American artists, they get on a high horse and they preach about how corrupt the Recording Academy is and how biased they are and how the Grammys don't give a about Black music and Black artists. They get on a soapbox every year and they say that, but be the main ones crying when they don't get no award. When you got Black shows that actually support y'all, invite y'all to these award shows to perform, nominate y'all motherfuckers every year, basically kiss y'all to be at these shows, and y'all don't support. Y'all don't go. Y'all too big to even be there. But quick to put on the dress, quick to put on the tux or a suit to run your ass to the Grammys, a place that you said was corrupt and don't give a about artists and don't give a especially black artists, okay? They don't give a about us or our music. They don't reward us in the right way. You rather go there, but you don't want to go to the BET Awards. You rather go to the Grammys, but you don't want to go to the NAACP Image Awards. You rather go to the Grammys or the Oscars and not attend, the BET Hip Hop Awards. You rather do that, but not go to the Soul Train Awards. Like, you rather go somewhere where they don't care about you. They're going to reward whoever they want to, but you won't go where you're supported and where you're celebrated. I don't get it. And I've said this time and time and time again. Beyonce got more Grammys than anybody. I don't know why would she be worried about the Album of the Year category. Why are you so mad about it? Why are you so upset about it? Why do you give a? You got enough Grammys in your damn shelf. Who cares at the end of the day? There's black artists who's never won Grammys before in their life. Been nominated time after time after time and never got But we sitting up here with 30-some Grammys and we're complaining about not getting one. Get out of here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Be mad all you want to. Y'all sit up here, okay, and y'all tear down our award shows. Yeah, the BET Awards is a little ratchet. It is. Yeah, the BET Hip Hop Awards is a little ratchet. It is. But it's ours. They celebrate y'all. They support y'all. They kiss y'all ass to perform. And y'all don't show up. I ask myself all the time, and I've been asking myself this for many, many years. Why is it that these these black artists, when they get to be huge, they choose not to attend the BET Awards? They choose not to attend the NAACP Awards. They choose not to attend the Soul Train. Why they don't go? Why is that beneath y'all? Why y'all don't wanna go? Y'all think y'all too much for it? Y'all think y'all too big for it? Let me see. I would still want to be honored for my hard work. It also speaks volumes that when Adele dedicated her award to Beyonce because she knows she was supposed to get that award. But see, this is what I'm saying. I get that why do you want to be honored by somebody that don't give a about you or your artistry is my point. And I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to come at you. So don't take it as that, because your opinion is your opinion. But what I'm saying is, why get on your soapbox and go on and on and on and on and on about awards that you claim ain't shit? Why do you want to be honored by these people? They don't respect y'all. It's clear that they don't. So why do you need to be rewarded by them? Nicki Minaj cries about the Grammys every year. And she submits her work in every year to be considered for a nomination. She cries about the Grammys every year, but won't one. She cries about the Grammys, and when other artists have the Grammys that she wanted, she calls them fraudulent awards, but yet she fights to be a part of those fraudulent ass awards. She wants one of them fraudulent ass awards that she's crying about. Make it make sense to me. Y'all will go to the VMAs who don't even have a category for R&B videos. You will go there, but you won't go to BET. I'm just saying. Shout out to Just Patches, who has gifted out 5 Scotty by Nature TV memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you for gifting them. I think Beyonce doesn't do BET because they were joking about Blue Ivy's hair years ago. Now, if that's the case, then I understand it. But like I said, this applies to all of the big artists, the big black artists. And I don't feel like BET is a bad example at all. It's a black show. Just like, for example, they have the Boss Babe Awards now, right? Where they honor those of us that do YouTube, those of us that do podcasts. They honor PRs, they, honor promoters, they honor LGBT musicians or female musicians, independent platforms, independent, all of these different things that would not be recognized. And the Boss Babe Awards to us in this internet universe is like the Grammys. To me, being rewarded for my work is amazing. I should always want that. I don't see nothing wrong with wanting that. So I feel like when some people say, well, it's not a real award, it is to me. Because otherwise, who's going to reward us YouTubers for the work that we do, for the time that we put in, for what we do? And I know for me, I know that I work my ass off to get this channel up and running. It ain't perfect. It ain't to everybody's liking all the damn time. It's not. I try my best. I'm still a work in progress or whatever, but I do what I got to do. So when I won my 2 Boss Babe Awards last year, I was beyond happy because number one, I didn't think I was going to win. And number two, it just felt good to get my flowers after all these years. Because I am the underdog. It's the truth. So to me, getting that Boss Babe Award was like getting the Soul Train Award. It was like getting the NAACP award. It was just like getting, getting a Grammy, getting like all these different awards that we probably wouldn't get if there wasn't a Boss Babe Award show. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we be running to shit that want to keep us out anyway. Like even when, because they don't even televise many black categories on the actual Grammys telecast. Like we see all these pop nominees and, we see a little bit of hip hop up there, but R&B, we don't get shown no love like that. We don't get to see that. Like I said, the VMAs ain't even got no category for R&B music, which makes me not want to watch altogether. I used to be a Soul Train dancer, so I know all about it. Have you ever seen one of us be recognized? Hell, we aren't even invited. And that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Because y'all, the dancers themselves were everything on Soul Train. So why wouldn't y'all get the respect that you're due? I would think that y'all would be nominated. Hell, y'all could be presenters. Y'all could be a part of the show some kind of way. Why not? The shit crazy. Why not utilize the people that was the talents back in the day? Why not? Give these people their credits. Give them the credit that they're due, is what I'm saying. Because they're just as important. We got to recognize the people that we look at as the little people. They're just as important for the foundation of what we're watching versus these big people that we sit on these stages. This is why I appreciate the Boss Baby Awards. I will always appreciate the Boss Baby Awards. They have a lot of, they're going on their third year. This is their third award show. They do have a lot of things that they have to fix and grow and stuff like that because it's an up and coming show still. It's 3 seasons in, 3 years in now. But at the same time, it's a good look. I like it. Because of Boss Babe, I can say that my platform is an award-winning platform. Because of Boss Babe, I can say that me and Jamar's podcast is an award-winning podcast. We can say that because we have an award from the Boss Babe Awards. Now, Bundy Blue can say her platform is an award-nominated platform. House of Aaron can say he has an award-nominated YouTube platform. He's an award-nominated content creator. He can say that because there's the Boss Babe Awards. And people may not think that those awards mean anything, but they mean a lot to those of us who are nominated for them. That means a lot to those of us who have won. And it means a lot because that means that our fans, our supporters, whatever you want to call them, are the reasons why we get those things. Y'all vote. We need to recognize everybody. Everybody that was involved in anything. This is the reason why, when it comes down to the things that I do, I give certain people their credit. Josiah, my panels would not be what they are if Josiah wasn't the person behind the production, the theme music, the thumbnails. He does all that, and this ain't even his channel, and he does it for free. I've wanted to pay him. He like, nah, friend, I don't need that. Blah blah. I give him those credits because he did that. He makes them what they are. I come up with an idea, I give it to him, he brings it to life. That's what we do. We work together on everything. Give him that credit that belongs to him. And I get that the Grammys are the most prestigious award that a musician can get. But I just feel like at the end of the day, if they don't care about us, why should we care about receiving an award from them? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'd be elated when one of our own wins Grammys, but even with the Grammy Awards that our people are nominated for, some of them don't. Some people they give the nominations to people that don't deserve it sometimes. And then you know what I'm saying? Then the person that wins don't deserve it. Why are they in this category? For example, and I'm probably all off topic, but we're talking about the Grammy Awards. I remember this was 2010, and there was a nominees for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. I instantly got annoyed. Why was I annoyed? You got a song like Jasmine Sullivan's Lions, Tigers, and Bears nominated for Best Female R&B Vocal Performance. You know what I mean? But you got Beyonce's Single Ladies nominated in the same category. How does that make sense? Single Ladies is not an R&B record. It's not an R&B record. And y'all can stink, I ain't mad at Beyonce, but that's not an R&B record. I could see if it was a song like Love on Top, and I'd be like, okay, that's an R&B record. If she won that, then I'd be like, okay, cool. But Single Ladies is not an R&B record. So I didn't understand why she won. As a matter of fact, let me tell you who was all in that category. You had Melanie Fiona with It Kills Me. You had Layla Hathaway with That Was Then. You had Ledisi with Going Through Changes. And you had Jasmine Sullivan with Lions, Tigers, and Bears. And Beyonce's Single Ladies is the song that won. How is that possible? Out of everybody in that category, Jasmine Sullivan should have won for Lions, Tigers, and Bears. That was the best song in that category. I understand that Single Ladies was a big record. It was number one. It was everywhere. But at the same time, when you think about the music and you're thinking about, okay, now this is an R&B vocal record. Hell, Single Ladies is not a vocal record. It's not a song that you need a vocal for. Lions, Tigers, and Bears is that type of record. Jasmine sung her ass off, and it was a pure R&B record. How does Single Ladies fit in that category with Lions, Tigers, and Bears, with Ledisi, with Layla Hathaway, with It Kills Me by Melanie Fiona? It doesn't fit there. If anything, it should have won Best Female Pop Vocal Performance because it's a pop vocal song. It's not an R&B vocal record. Like I said, if it was Love on Top, definitely give it to her for Love on Top. Me, Myself, and I, definitely give it to her. But Single Ladies, it was not an R&B record. And to this day, I don't know how the hell that song won. So again, they misrepresent us a lot at the Grammys. Either they don't nominate us or they don't put us in the right categories because they don't want their pop counterparts to have any competition. It's annoying. Period. It's fucking annoying. I don't like that. Let me see. It was a comment that I saw. Okay. Boss Babe Awards are crucial because Black and queer content creators need to celebrate each other. And that's exactly what that is about. That's exactly what it's about. It's about Black and queer content creators celebrating one another. And I feel like I am the definition of celebrating our fellow content creators. Like, I was happy as hell that Bondi and Aaron were nominated, and the three of us are in the same damn category. And even I said, I don't care if I win. If one of us win, we all win. That's how I feel. So yeah, I could go on and on and on talking about these Grammys. But that's what Yes for the Mess Deep Dives are about. So make sure you guys are tuning in for that. Let's continue on, you guys. Let's go to the next thing. So now we get Lizzo and Ice Spice. They're beefing. And on the Breakfast Club, Jess Hilarious was talking about it. And this is what she said. Let's take a listen to that.
Single Sunday service is dropping on Friday. She also shared the cover art that features a collage of other female rappers, and their eyes are censored out. As Ice Spice and Coyle Ray are seen in the collage, and we know like she had some like recent beefs with them.
Yep.
But there are other women in the collage that people weren't aware of Latto having any issue with, like Missy Elliott, Lil' Kim, and Sexy Red, and several others. But I think she's gonna reveal the whole cover art. I just think this is a good this is a good plot for promo. Like,
So was it
to
a
make you
diss
listen
record?
to it. It may be. Now, Ice Spice recently revealed that her song "Fart" is a diss to Latto, and she's. I know I wouldn't even take that
sounds so
as
stupid.
as a diss. You ain't even a fart. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want stank. You know.
Stupid.
But she saw herself on a TV in the background of Latto's tease video for Sunday service, and we have audio for that too.
I'm in the back of your weak ass snippet.
Like,
So
hello?
I was like, wait a second, that's me.
And
You know what I'm saying? Be bold. So I was like, oh, we're being bold today.
Now, you know, the rap girlies are very creative and very subliminal and stuff like that. Sometimes they can get like that. And they, you know, it can be little stuff that they put out there for us to figure out instead of just putting it out in the forefront.
Little Easter egg.
Yeah.
But what if Latto was just watching her video though? What if that was just a coincidence? Why not take it as a compliment?
I thought that too. You know, when you sometimes you get in these sprinters, they just have videos playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe she just did it, but then there's more to the story because
because the lyric that she said,
What was the
she was
lyric?
like, I just want a one-on-one. Was she scared or something like that? You know.
Mm.
But after Ice Spice revealed that fart was was about Latto pulled up to the Bronx with 20 black Suburbans to shoot a scene for the full Sunday service video. So we shall see.
I get it. You call me a fart. I gotta bar you up, man. And Latto, you gotta come with it. Because if Ice Spice gets you out of here by just calling you a fart, you might have to retire.
well, see, one of the bars is I pull up on you 20 Suburbans like it's Sunday service,
Yeah.
and that's what she did. She pulled up in the Bronx with 20 Suburbans and rapped on Ice Spice's block.
Yeah. And the comments be so funny. They was in there like, that's not a flex. You had to come with 20 Suburbans. What was she, just pull up in a Honda? Like, what is going on? Like, she is Latto. She's a rapper.
And
like,
the Bronx is still the Bronx.
It's still the Bronx.
But Ice Spice not hood.
You know?
No, not
Like,
at all.
like I don't. But you gotta come with it though. Like somebody call you a fart, you gotta bar them up. Like you can't let them win by just saying you a fart.
I would never be offended if somebody calling me a fart.
So Latto might be trying to prove she the fart and the.
Yeah. I'm all that. I'm all that.
That got to be one of the bars in the song in Sunday
Yeah.
service. I'm the fart and and I'm gonna wipe my ass with you.
Period.
Yes.
What's up? Latto announced her single Sunday Service is dropping on Friday. She also shared the cover art.
Okay, so that's them talking about a beef that I personally could care less about, and that is Ice Spice and Latto. Let me start off by saying that Ice Spice is not a good artist to me. For real. She's not a good artist. I don't even see what everybody is seeing in her ass right now. Like, she is not a good artist. Like, she raps like she's tired. You know, like how tired I am right now working an 8-day week. That's how she comes across. Even when she performs, like, have you seen her perform? I think the first time I saw her perform was like at the BET Hip Hop Awards or something like that. And it was terrible. It was terrible. Like, I was not enthused by anything that she did. And the records that she was performing, I thought it was one song until I looked on Twitter, because I love being on Twitter during the award shows. When I was on Twitter and I saw people saying, oh, she performed that song. Now she performed. This is a medley. I was like, that's a medley? That's a medley? I thought that was one song. That's a medley? Okay, girl. Like, I don't get it. Like, why is she so popular? You know? I don't see it for Ice Spice. I really don't. I've been trying to see her hype and I just can't get into it. Like, you know, whenever I need some female rap commentary, I go to Armand Wiggins for that. Or LaRon. Well, not LaRon, female rap elite. I go to them too for that. And I hear Armand like blast Ice Spice all the time. Like he You talking about her like she the best thing since sliced bread. Like I hear him talk about Ice Spice a lot. And I don't see it. I'm not trying to clown a young lady or anything like that. I personally do not see it for Ice Spice. And I've been trying to. I've been trying to see it. And she's terrible. She has no energy when she performs. And it's just like, Latto can rap. Latto can perform. Now, I don't know how this beef with Latto and Ice Spice started. I don't know. I don't know. And it's just like, do I really give a? I don't know. But I will say that Latto, I like her better than Ice Spice. I prefer Latto over Ice Spice. Latto can rap. Latto is pretty. Not to say that Annie ain't pretty, because Annie is pretty. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow are only a day away. Just saying. Annie's cute. Annie just ain't got no energy. Annie's cute. Annie just can't rap to me. Annie's cute. Annie just annoying. Annie's cute, but Annie just boring. Like I can't with her. I don't know. I ain't really been paying no attention to Annie and Latto. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not. I don't know. This is just a beef that I don't give a fuck about. And clearly y'all don't give a fuck about it either, because y'all ain't said a damn word about it. So it's, yeah, we can move on. Like, but to each his own. Let's go ahead and get into James Wright Chanel. Now y'all know that he was backstage at Tay Muppet's Love and War tour and got punched in the face by Chrisean No Teeth. And then after he got punched by her, LaTroy, who was once Tamar's best friend, he put it on blast that Chrisean Cobblestone put her hands on James Wright. Well, apparently James Wright has decided that he is going to press charges against her. And this is what was said. It says James Wright officially files charges against Chrisean for allegedly punching him in the nose and chipping his tooth. And there it is right there. It says the plaintiff, James Wright versus Chrisean Malone. Stanley Moss Courthouse, the filing date was pretty much yesterday. Intentional bodily harm, property damage, wrongful death, battery and vandalism, and general jurisdiction. Okay. Meanwhile, she's trying to get out of town. Vacation is more of my speed. Thank God I can wake up and fly anywhere. Okay. Here's the thing. First of all, why was Tamar trying to cover that up? Because she got mad at LaTroy for putting it on blast that Chrisean put her hands on him. First of all, Chrisean always put her hands on people. And society has allowed her to believe that she can do that all the time. I'm just going to go on and say it. Society has made it okay for Chrisean to go around and put her hands on people. Society has made it okay for Chrisean with her no teeth having ass. She can go around and disrespect people and harm people and harass people and do whatever she wants because she can fight and she was on baddies. But a dumbass can go and get blue face tat on her damn face after saying that she was done with him, after saying he was this and that. And she got a damn kid when she's a kid in her brain. She's challenged. And I'm tired of Chrisean being rewarded for her dumb shit. She's always being rewarded for dumbass shit all the time. Why? Why do we make her famous? Why do we keep talking about her? Like, girl, grow the fuck up. You ain't. You're known for fighting. You ain't known for nothing significant. But we make these people famous all the time. But I hope he gets the justice that he wants, because she had no business putting her hands on him, period. So we're going ahead and we're going to get into the last topic of the night. And that is Miss Monique, honey. Now we're going to talk about a couple of things that she said in this new interview that she did with Shannon Sharp. Now, I got to see the last 2 hours of it. I think I missed the first hour of that interview, and I intended on doing a recap of it. It just depends on how I feel. But she had some things to say about DL. She had some things to say about Tiffany Haddish, and she had some things to say about Taraji. Let's play the first thing she said. Monique said she wasn't given the same sympathy as Taraji when she called out the industry because she's fat and named Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels. I don't know if Shannon would allow me to put this shit on my screen, so I'm just going to let the audio play. Let's get into it, y'all.
Taraji,
Mm-hmm.
broken
Mm-hmm.
on those platforms. It was painful to watch. However, Taraji and I had a conversation over a decade ago.
Yes.
In my trailer when I was doing the Monique show.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you know, you got to keep on getting it until your turn comes. And I said, Taraji, most of us die before our turn comes. We got to ask for it right now. Now, I understand that because there was a time I felt the same way.
Exactly.
Because that's what I was told.
Right.
You just keep going and we'll get them the next time. We'll get them the next time. We'll get them the next time. And the next time never comes. And then you see our sister broken, sitting on those platforms. Now, when I said it,
why didn't it get the traction when you said it that when she said it? Now all of a sudden everybody is coming, and I don't have a problem. I'm glad.
Yes.
But if you said this a decade ago, and I remember you saying it over a decade ago, why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it?
I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat, black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. We say they. We say the people. We say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say our heroes' names?
You're very specific.
When I saw Taraji broken on those platforms, it was painful to watch. However, Taraji and I had a conversation over a decade ago.
Yes.
In my trailer when I was.
So this is what I got to say about that, because we have another clip in regards to the Taraji thing. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was one of those people that felt as though Monique it was more so of her delivery, more so than us believing her. And I will honestly be stood corrected, because putting myself in her position, when you say something because you were more straightforward about it, it's frowned upon. But someone else can say the exact same thing as I say, but they put a little tears in it and they remix it just a little bit, and now it's more sympathetic. But there was no sympathy for me when I said it the first time. I kind of understand what she means by that. it is kind of frustrating when you speak out about a certain situation and you're loud about it and you're strong about it, and no one is going to make you feel beneath or make you feel like you don't have a right to tell your story. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the next person, and not only they're dismissing me because I'm saying it, but when the next person says it, you know what I mean? It's okay that they said it, but it wasn't okay when I said it. That's frustrating. Why was it an issue when I said it? Why, you know what I'm saying? Why was it an issue when I said it, when I put it on blast? Why is it that when she put it on blast, y'all want to listen to me now? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. And it's unfortunate. And I can honestly sit here and say I stand corrected. It wasn't what I thought it was. Because I remember when she first came out and said that we need to boycott Netflix because she wanted more money or whatever. I'm like, I'm not boycotting shit. You got more money than me. What the fuck am I boycotting for? That's how I felt at one point in time. But it's growth. The more I thought about it and the more I heard what she said, I'm like, oh, I see what she's doing now. The truth of the matter was, she stood up for what she believed in. And a lot of times when we stand up for what we believe in, the people don't want to hear that. Now let's go ahead and get into the next one that they put on Neighborhood Talk, where Monique called out Taraji for not having smoke with Oprah over the mistreatment while filming The Color Purple. Let's get into it.
Eyes didn't see what it saw when we watched that promotion happen with The Color Purple.
Right.
We wanted to act like we didn't see how Oprah Winfrey treated Taraji. In my humble opinion, when you saw her walk up, you saw that there was tension. You saw that there was something happening.
Right.
And then when you see Taraji write her a love letter, it's like, listen, we got to stand tall and stand strong on what we know. We know you were mistreated. We know it wasn't right. We know it was unfair. And then you turn around and say, oh, but Lady O handled it. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that because that allows Lady O to keep on doing what she's doing. And we're in a position of, I don't want to say nothing because we saw how Monique got whooped. Now, again, that's just my humble opinion. But I don't know what else I don't know how else to frame that. It's like, listen, you better fix that because you saw what they did to her. You saw how they treated her.
Is it a situation, do you believe it's a situation that Oprah might have faced something similar that maybe wasn't as public as you? And she's looking at it, well, if I faced that, went through it and came out on the other side and look at me, it should be okay. Because sometimes we get that with parents. You know, I struggle. You say my kids should have to struggle sometimes also. Do you think that might be something going on with her? Or you just like, there's a disconnect?
There's a disconnect.
Okay.
There's a disconnect, and there's been a disconnect for years. There's a disconnect. And I think what happens is we place people on these pedestals and we say, oh, no, you can't do no wrong. We don't even want to hear it.
Right.
And when you hear cats say, you know what they do? They don't say anything and they act like it didn't happen. I'm going to keep talking until you take accountability.
Right.
Until you say, Uncle, I've done this. That's why it was so important. From Oprah Winfrey to Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels. Now, Lee Daniels was the only one I had to deal with. Did you see Lee Daniels apologize? He walked out on that stage. Not only did he apologize on stage, that man apologized to our children. That man apologized to our children and said, I need to act like our eyes didn't see what it saw when we watched that promotion happen with The Color Purple.
Right.
We wanted to act like we didn't see how Oprah Winfrey treated Taraji. In my humble opinion, when you saw her walk up, you saw that there was tension. You saw that there was something happening.
Right.
Okay, so that was Monique talking about Taraji. Now, she said in her humble opinion, I feel like Monique has to put herself in the position that Taraji is in my opinion. I get what Monique is saying, but I also understand Taraji's maybe her hesitance in a sense. I think that's where we're going with this. She may not be quick to go in on Oprah the way that you did because she probably feels as though she already got it hard enough already and she doesn't want to make her way harder by going in. That could be what it is. I don't know. But I can't say that I don't agree with what Monique is saying. You know, when you see a person being mistreated, it's very hard for you to watch that and be okay with them kind of, I guess, falling into the situation where they're being used, they're being abused in a sense, but they're allowing it because they feel like that's what they got to do is allow the situation to happen. And that's not something that you want. So I think I understand that. And I think that's where she's coming from. I don't think that she's trying to drag Taraji or anything like that, but she's basically saying, girl, get up and fight back. Like Oprah whooping your ass and you allowing her to whoop your ass. Like get up and fight back. I think that's what she's saying. I don't know if y'all see it that way, but that's how I see it. Like Oprah whooping your ass. Go ahead, get up, fight back. Because if you don't, she's going to keep on treating you the way that she's been treating you. You can't get on here and cry about it and then still accept the abuse that you've been given. Absolutely not. So we're about to go ahead and get to the part where she goes in on Tiffany Haddish. Let's get into it, y'all.
I remember our beautiful sister Tiffany Haddish did an interview with GQ magazine, and this, in my humble opinion, is where we keep throwing each other under the bus. You're doing an interview with GQ magazine, and I'm assuming the journalist was a white person, and the conversation turned to Monique. And she said, well, I don't do business like Monique do business, and I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers.
But she don't know your husband.
And when I saw that, it's like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs. If you had a husband like mine, you may not be caught up in what looks like you could have been grooming a child. And I say all of that with no judgment. But when you speak about having a husband like mine, you open up the door. And I'm saying to you, if you had one like mine, I remember our beautiful sister Tiffany Haddish. You may not sit in these positions that you can't explain the next day.
Right.
Or it's a hard way to go. So once again.
Well, she doesn't even have a husband, let alone like yours.
Well, damn it. Now you said it. I sipped on that, Shannon. That was a sip. That required a sip. You may not sit in these positions.
Okay, so that was Monique dragging the hell out of Tiffany Haddish. When I tell you she drug her, Monique drug her for filth. She drug her for filth. I can't say nothing else. She drug her for filth. Like, for real. And listen, I was not expecting her to drag her ass the way that she did, because she definitely drugged the shit out of her. So I'm gonna need for Tiffany to not say nothing bad. Please don't say nothing bad. Because, girl, it's not a good look. I don't know how you can get your ass up and fight back off of this one. But she snatched your soul. Real bad. And that's all I got on Tiffany and Monique. Now, D.L. Hughley got some things to say about Monique, too. So we're about to get into that now. Let's take a listen.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. It's also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who has a comedian talks as much shit about everybody else as she does. She has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says D.L. Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people, except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you, not even your family? How do you, or I was on the road, get it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to. Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's
So that was DL's response and some of the things that Monique had to say about him. So when I tell you that this is a real beef, this is a real beef, and this ain't some shit that they done made up. This is some crazy stuff. Okay, very, very crazy. Damn. I can't. That shit crazy. Like I can't. Like he literally went in. So what I'm trying to do is go and I just found it because there is a part. It was on the Shade Room. I was trying to see exactly what she said about him to make him respond the way that she did. And so I just found it. So I'm about to share it for y'all. Give me 1 second. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Now let me find this real fast. Okay, there we go. We just found it. Hold on, y'all. Let me put it up here.
Good business. You said the memo was saying this is what I would like, right? But the contract is saying this is what it is. Okay. Yeah. He put out a memo to our community, and that touched me a little different because I was saying, why would you lie to our babies? Because now they're thinking if they send somebody a memo, that's what they're supposed to get. Mm-hmm. Okay. I was contractually signed to go as the headline. Right. I mean, you go last. D.L. Hughley didn't come into the building until 9:30. Now, contractually, I said I had to be on stage by 9:30 because if the show starts at 8, I refuse to keep an audience waiting. Right. That is disrespectful to the audience. Correct. When I went on that stage, Shannon, I made sure everything I said, he heard me. Because now you're here and I'm going to say it to you. Mm. Like anybody that knows good business, you said the memo was saying this is what I would like, right? But the contract is saying this is what.
Okay, so there was people in the comments that said, well, you know, DL got so much to say about Monique and what she had to say, but he didn't have any energy for Cat Williams. So what I say to that is maybe he doesn't have anything to say about Cat Williams is because he knows that the shit that Cat Williams actually said about him was the truth, and that he may have something to fight against when it comes down to Monique. Not saying that she's lying, not even insinuating that she's lying, but in his eyes, she might be. She lying in his eyes because that's what he just said. He just said that her ass is lying. I don't know if she lying or not, but I gotta go back and watch the full interview because I really wanted to do a full. I want to do a full recap of that interview, but that interview was damn near 3 damn hours. Okay, 3 hours, but it's okay because it was actually a good interview and she was spilling a lot of stuff and a lot of tea about things that go on behind the scenes and stuff like that. So we do know that there's probably going to be yet another response from Monique, and when Monique responds again, it's going to be DL versus fucking Monique. But what I will say is DL Hughley has never been funny to me. Can I just put that out there? And when I said that on Facebook one time, my damn status went viral to the point to where I had to put the shit on private so when nobody share it no damn mo. But as far as my sweet comedic brother, DL Hughley, he ain't never been funny. If I want to watch the Kings of Comedy, I always fast forward through his part. Like that is one part I don't watch. I watch said part, and I definitely watch Bernie Mac's part. But when it come down to DL Hughley, absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times he'll be up there. Like I remember when he would be on what is it? Comic View. Instead of like when because his set wasn't funny, so then he'll go and start jonesing on the people in the audience and embarrass them. You know what I mean? And I ain't used to like that. I'm like, why he the only one that got to go to the crowd and embarrass somebody in the crowd and make jokes about them? Oh, because his set wasn't funny before that, so he got to go into doing that. You know what I mean? So that's what I used to think. I ain't never found DL Hughley funny at all. Never found him funny. Never ever found him funny. And somebody told me when I made my post on what is it? When I made my post, he was like, well, somebody said, well, you got to be smart to get his jokes. Don't patronize me. There's nothing to get. The jokes are not funny. The same way with Kevin Hart, he's not funny. So what do you want me to get? You gotta be intelligent in order to understand what he's saying. Get the out of here. Okay, don't nobody care about that. Like, stop trying to play me like I'm stupid. He's not funny. Okay, there's absolutely nothing funny about this man. So please stop that. For real, for real. But I feel like Club Shay Shay is about to take over this whole podcast game. Because at one point in time, the Breakfast Club was on point. Everybody go to the Breakfast Club. At one point in time, Drink Champs was on the verge of taking over. Because I used to love me some Drink Champs. But Club Shay Shay is coming through. And Club Shay Shay is snatching them wigs off. Because Cat Williams gave an explosive interview. And now Monique's giving an explosive interview. And now we're going to see who's going to respond to it and who's not. That's the most interesting part of it. Period. That is insulting to tell someone that you have to be smart to get his jokes. He just has a different type of comedy and it's not for everybody. Yeah. And I definitely took that as an insult. I definitely did. Don't try to insult my intelligence because I don't find this nigga funny. Like, seriously. He don't tickle my fancy. That doesn't make me dumb. It just means he ain't funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that means. But anyway, we about to go and get up out of here because we're already over the time that I said I was going to be on here, and that was an hour. We're going into an hour and 30 minutes. But before we go, I just want to end this video by saying this. A shout out to the 200 people that showed up tonight. We got up to 202 people. And I'd be just fine as long as I hit 200. That's all I be wanting. But I want to end this by saying this. In life, when you got a craft and you got something that you love and you're working on it, and this is just advice to any creator, I advise people to do the best that they can, be the best that they can, and put out the best work that you know how. There is always room for improvement. There is always a way to tweak things and make it better. But remember, even when you make those improvements, even when you're showing that you're trying to make those improvements, even when you make it your business to try not to make the same mistakes and repeat the same things that you did before, people are still going to find something wrong with what you're doing. No matter what you do, they're still going to find something wrong with it. So your best bet is to just do you the best way you know how and get your product out the best way you know how and work for yourself and do for yourself. That's the lesson that I had to learn as a content creator, and that is something that I tell up and coming content creators when they come to me for advice. So if you're an up and coming content creator that hasn't reached out to me yet, because a lot of them do, and I do respond to them. If you're an up and coming content creator, that's something that I want you to know. Long as you're happy with your product and long as you know what you got with your product, it's okay. And you got to take constructive criticism because it is what it is. Everybody's not going to like it. And some people can like you and support you and also want the best for you and actually want to see you soar and be better. But they're going to tell you what they don't like. And that is absolutely fine. But what I will say is that for me, it ain't perfect over here, but I've done a lot to do better by my platform. That's why it keeps growing. So do you, do what's best for you, do what's best for the program and for the platform, no matter what you're doing, whether it's a YouTube, whether it's a boutique, whether you're doing making cups, t-shirts, I don't care what you're doing. Everybody's not going to be pleased with everything that you do, but just do it in the best way you know how. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and tell you guys some things before we go. Like I said before, I'm nominated for Boss Babe once again for Boss Babe YouTuber of the Year for the Scotty by Nature TV platform, and also Boss Babe Podcast of the Year for the Prelude with Scotty and Jamar. House of Aaron is also nominated for YouTuber of the Year as well as Content Creator of the Year, and Bundy Blue is also nominated for YouTuber of the Year as well. Make sure you support all three of us. And Dario's nominated, so is Chasing Reality and Chasing Dallas. They're all nominated, and these are all my people. So make sure you guys vote for all of us and support all of us. We will all be in the same room on April the 28th. I know that last year they wanted to do like a live stream, but that didn't happen. Hopefully they get to do it this time and y'all get to see it. You vote once on different devices, okay? That's so basically. So yes, you vote on different devices one time. Okay, so with that being said, y'all, let's get into this. Make sure you support your male. He has a song out called Long Days. It's available everywhere. Bando has Bando's Dream, which is available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. And he also has another song out called DUI, which is also available everywhere. With that being said, y'all, I am your boy, Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, y'all, I am out of here. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys a little bit later.